Today I'm presenting an Estonia Model 210, and it's in polished ebony with a surprise. Stick around to see this. Hi, this is Ted Barsley with Alamo Piano Galleries. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you haven't, go ahead and shop our store at alamopianogalleries.com. And if you have any questions or comments, you can list those below. And as promised, this is an Estonia piano. It is a Model 210, which means it's about 6'10". And the surprise part is this. Check this out. This is quilted Bubinga. And it's not just here. This is the nice thing about this piano. This is one of their special editions because it has Bubinga on the front and on the top of the music desk. And when you open up the piano, it has it up underneath the lid and all inside of the rim. That right there tells you this is a very, very not only elegant looking instrument, but because of the last 30-year history of Estonia pianos. My first experience with Estonia pianos was an old Soviet-era Estonia piano that someone had brought over, and it was an upright, and it was a complete piece of junk. And it theoretically is the same company that started in 1893, but the new owner's been there since around 90 or 91. And the important thing is that the company had to gain its own independence. And it seems to be that was a problem. The problem that Estonia has had historically with their pianos is not their pianos. It's been politics, war, and occupation. During those times, say during the Soviet Union after World War II, Estonia was occupied again for the second time, and they were limited. They could only use Soviet resources. So all of their lumber and all of their woods came from inside Estonia, and their pianos were only for Soviet Union and bloc countries. After the independence, the wall came down, and Estonia gained their independence in the late 80s, early 90s. The factory was purchased, and ever since then it's changed. And the person that purchased the piano is the Alamo family, and their name actually means song. And by song in Estonia, that means the voice, the human voices. They have one of the largest histories of a nation singing together. I don't know how else to put it than that, but singing and song is very important. It's a historical tradition in Estonian people, and that is what they wanted to bring to the new concept of the new modern age of Estonia pianos. And I will tell you, not only does this piano look elegant, it plays, it sings, and it rings, and it is just a very, very lovely instrument. And I've heard wonderful things. I've heard them. I've heard players play on them. I know that a lot of world-class players have chosen Estonia pianos, and a lot of the critics and some of the comments that you will find across the internet about Estonia pianos is that of late, which means like the last 30 plus years, these pianos have been easily compared to a Steinway. Steinway B, this would be kind of the model. There's one that's a little bit bigger, but just the idea of comparing these pianos with a Hamburg Steinway is a mere compliment in and of itself, but it also is something that will drive almost any half-serious pianist or composer into a store to find one and play it. And I was so thrilled to come across this piano. And it's not normal that we have one of these in here, but it's one of those one-off things that I tell you we get from time to time that make working here at Alamo Piano Galleries just a complete thrill. Fancy things about this piano, other than the finished wood and the special features on it, is that normal features on this piano are German action and hammers, particularly Renner action, and the tapered soundboard is tapered down to a thinness that hardly any other pianos are done to, and they are all handcrafted. So on the level of looking at other tier 1 or tier 2 pianos, the Estonia has been competing for a tier 1 level. I think they're already there. And the one thing that gives it away is the extensive sustain and the tone on this instrument. The keys seem to be just a little bit thinner, which is really nice, particularly the black keys. There's a lot of room for me to get my fat fingers up inside there. On some other pianos, it's a bit of a worry part for me when I'm playing. And the action on it, I don't want to say that it's lighter, but I want to say that it seems to be more powerful and more precise. I loved playing this piano. I still can't get over the lovely tones of long sustain and dissonance and just how it rings. And I'm going to let the piano speak for itself, because I don't want to get into a lot of history and details about how they're made by hand and how they push it in the pins, how the strings are made in their factory. It's a fascinating process. I'm hoping to get more detail in the future, but for right now, I wanted to present this instrument so you can hear it. Let's have a listen. My hope is that someone comments on the lovely tone and sustain the elegance of this piano. It's truly inspiring. To sit down and play this piano is like experiencing a work of art every second upon the second. And it's just one idea leads to another. And it's one of those pianos that move you to the point to where you feel like you can get away with just about doing anything, which I did not do on the video. I did off camera because there's a bit more room for error in there, but at least to get familiar with the concept of the overall tone and the differentness of playing this piano after playing so many Kawais and so many Yamahas and then other pianos we have around here. It's after a while, they all kind of sort of feel a lot like the same. This one here feels different. It's a lot more, it's just an inspiring instrument. I don't know how else to tell you that. I haven't played a lot of Estonias other than the one Soviet era one we had in here that really was a clunk. This one here is a true gem. It's not even a diamond in the rough. This is a polished, crystalline form of art that just sings. And with that, I think that is the one word that probably the Estonians would be proud of. This piano sings and rings. I am Ted Barsley with Alamo Piano Galleries. Thank you for your viewership, and we'll look for you next time.